Welcome back, everybody. Got some food in me, and we're going to continue our Labor Day journey through the Mojave Wasteland. So let's see what we can do here to get this rolling again. To have it show up on monitor 2, because I figured out how to get it full screen, which is a plus. I haven't figured out how to get it to run natively out of Steam without going into big picture mode or big view mode or whatever. And let's see, but no, I don't want to write a review. To hell with that. Anywho, so big picture mode, because that's the only way that I can get this to go. It should pop up over here, and then from there it should be able to do everything that we need. Yes, I play a lot of Space Wolves stuff. I am big into Warhammer 40k. I had a friend who got me all of the Warhammer games for free. I really need to invest into a Steam controller. I think that's going to be next paycheck's investment here in 2 weeks. Right now I'm using an old PlayStation controller, and it doesn't really work that well. I've downloaded an app that helps me make it better, but it doesn't work. Let's see, now I still need to use my mouse. I want that armor. And then let's see, I need to Alt-Tab to here so I can fully mute that music. And then I go back to my this there, and then this here. So that way I can see what you good people are saying to me, if anybody even watches. This is a Hamilton James. He wants to play with his ball today. Come on, Hammy, come here. There we go. Say hi to the camera. Say hi to the camera, baby. Yeah, you're on the interwebs now. You're a famous puppy, Hamilton James Wayne. His true name is Hamilton James Tiberius. Get down, you goofball. Alright, let's see. I was looking for a sensor module. We're going to continue on towards New Vegas.
We won't go quietly. The Legion can count on that.
Usually they're dead by now. God damn it. Stop, Hamilton. Oh, poor puppy.
Fine by me.
wait, and we're gonna keep you listening all day. I've got news for you. Troubling news from Prim, as merchants report a large presence of armed, unsavory figures patrolling the town. Residents are nowhere to be found. Also, NCR Correctional Facility is now under prisoner control following a successful riot. Locals should avoid anyone who looks like they've done time. Promotional consideration for this news program has been paid for by the Ultralux. The Ultralux. Live life in the lamp of luxury. More classics coming right up for you, so stay tuned.
Oh, is that what I needed? Got it. Let's see. I don't remember where our next. Hi, baby. Who's shooting me? Who's shooting me? Drifter.
Howdy there, partner. Oh, this old thing? Why, thanks, friend. This here guitar is just about the only thing just about my whole life, ever since my daddy left Ma and me and went off to roam the wastes. My story's a long one, friend, and I can't say as it's all that interesting. Well, I was born in a little town out Montana way. Me and Ma didn't have much, ever since my pa up and left. That he did. Never did know why. Ma always said he was a real mysterious fella, even when he was with her. Like he was a stranger sometimes. Maybe. Maybe I just never felt like I belonged back home. I suppose there's that. But a man ought to know his own paw. And a woman oughtn't to have to work herself to an early grave to provide for her family. After Ma died, I guess I wanted to find my pa and get some answers from him. Been out here looking ever since, but he ain't an easy man to find. Can't say as I really know. Maybe I'll just ask him why. Maybe I'll punch him right in the mouth. Hell, the more I talk about it, the more the whole damn thing sounds like a dumb idea. Maybe I should. Don't suppose you know any place a fella with a guitar might find a job, huh?
Yeah, up here is an outpost, which will give me a fast travel point, and then I can head back to Prim, and I think I now have the module I need to get.
I've got
Awesome.
No offense, but you look like you've traveled a long way down some bad roads. Wow, you have come a long way then. I've never been there, but I've met some traders who pass that way. Well, welcome then. I'm Veronica. I live in a hole in the ground. Well, a bunker, if you want to get technical. I think it sounds more interesting my way. But I'm not there much anymore. I'm usually out here picking up food and supplies for my family, whatever they need. Yeah, I'm not worried. They can handle themselves. But somebody has to get the groceries, know what I mean? And actually these days, I think they'd rather have me out here anyway. But that's a whole other story. So listen, can I ask you something on the level? I had a run-in with this group calling themselves the Brotherhood of Steel. Pretty strange bunch. Do you know anything about them? Well, that shouldn't be a problem for me. I can't afford anything like that. Hey, so where are you headed anyway? Huh, just on your way to do a little heavily fortified sightseeing. Kind of a thrill seeker, aren't you? I'll be honest, you're the first person I've run across out here that looks like he can really handle himself. There are places I've never been to that'd be too dangerous for just me. What do you think? Maybe we could travel together, help each other out. Like I said, they can handle themselves. And I'm not the only one getting supplies for them. It's a big family. Aw, you really know how to make it. But,
I gotta get to the... I gotta get my clubhouse together.
Evening. Keep an eye out for trouble.
Okay, weirdo.
So be sure it's true when you say it's a sin to tell a lie. Be sure it's true when you say I love you, honey. Call. You got sense enough to know it's a sin to tell a lie. So be sure it's true when you say I love you.
Medicine's running low again.
That's a 1st Recon Beret. They're the best marksmen in the NCR military.
All that wealth is wasted on the Strip. There are people in Freeside who need food and medicine.
When people have got nothing left, they can always turn to the followers.
To the town of Alfredo rode a stranger one fine day. Hardly spoke to folks around him, didn't have too much to say. No one dared to ask his business, no one dared to make a slip. The stranger there among them had a big iron
Big iron on his hip.
Oh, big horners.
It was early
leave me
in the
alone.
morning when he rode into the town. He came riding from the south side, slowly looking all around. He's an outlaw, loose and running, came the whisper from each lip. And he's here to do some business with the big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip. In this town there lived an outlaw by the name of Texas Red. Many men had tried to take him, and that many men were dead.
The
He was
gourmand.
busy Santa Killer, though a youth of 24, and the notches on his pistol numbered 1 in
To 70 more.
1 in 19 more. Now the stranger started talking, made it plain to folks around. Was an Arizona Ranger, wouldn't be too long in town. He came here to take an outlaw back alive or
Hi,
maybe
monkey.
dead. And he said it didn't matter, he was after Texas Red. After Texas Red.
Do you see this boy?
Wasn't long before the story was relayed to Texas Red. But the outlaw didn't worry, men that tried before were dead. 20 men had tried to take him, 20 men had made a slip. 21 would be the ranger with the big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip.
Alright, Tech Office Park. Got
The
that
morning
one.
passed so quickly, it was time for them to meet.
You little monkey.
It was 20 past 11 when they walked out in the street.
I know McCarran's
Folks were
airport's
watching
right over
from the
here.
windows, everybody held their breath.
Can't remember what
They
side I
knew
gotta
this
go to
handsome
to
ranger
unlock it.
was about to meet his death. About to meet his death. There was 40 feet between them when they stopped to make their play. And the swiftness of the ranger is still talked about today. Texas Red is not cleared leather for a bullet fairly ripped. And the ranger's aim was deadly with the
Starship Pop Farms. Got that one.
It was over in a moment and the folks had gathered round. There before them lay the body of the outlaw on the ground. Oh, he might have went on living, but he made one fatal slip when he tried to match the ranger with the big iron on his hip.
Welcome to the
Big iron
fabulous
on his
New
hip.
Vegas.
Big iron, big iron. When he tried to match the ranger with the big iron on his hip.
There's McCarran Airport. Let's see, is Riley Motel another location? While I'm here, because I think I get EXP for all this, yep. My puppy dog, you're a good boy. Is there a hole in the fence over here? Yes. Oh, gun runners. The GRA. Hamilton James. It's a caravan company.
Can I help you?
May I help you?
We've got stuff we're not even allowed to sell, people. Only at Mick and Ralph's. Are you okay?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our program. This is Mr. New Vegas, and each and every one of you is wonderful in your own special way. Here are our top stories. Patrons of the Ultralux are questioning whether its pricey restaurant, the Gourmand, is overstating the fullness of its wait list. Those who claim to have dined at the restaurant find the food appealing, but say many tables remain empty. In addition, the Black Mountain radio signal is back after a long absence. Listeners say the new programming is, quote, less for outcasts, more for weirdos. That's the news. This is Mr. New Vegas filling in for Mr. New Vegas. You know, sometimes the journey beats the destination.
You look new to Freeside, so here's a little advice, friend. Don't go past the Southgate greeter without talking to it first. The name's Old Ben. I've been living in Freeside since the day I was born.
Ow! Ooh.
I've done a bit of everything around here. Courier, butcher, some of which I'm not proud of, but I do my best to help around town when needed. Exactly one of the reasons I got out of that job. Too many shifty characters looking to have someone else move their hot items. My father ran a butcher shop here in town, but business went downhill when another vendor started selling this strange meat at half our prices. You're telling me, not long after my father's shop went under and he passed away from the loss, people around town started experiencing shakes. No one gets shakes like that unless they're eating human flesh. But no one would believe me. This sick bastard gradually went insane and passed away. Wasn't long before someone moved into the guy's place and found half-buried human remains in the crawl space. I didn't bother saying told you so. After a while, I made enough money to get a passport into Vegas. Back then, you could get approved for entry for a fraction of what it costs now. Well, I got a job working as a crier outside of the Tops, advertising for the local talent performing at the casino. That didn't last long. Well, being a suave young guy, I chatted up the ladies from time to time, and one of the manager's girls started to take a liking to me. I never touched the woman, but the jealous prick decided it was my time to go. He framed me by saying I'd stolen from the casino. Sure enough, a few grand was missing from the casino vault. I have to assume the bastard stole the funds and figured I was a convenient fall guy. Yeah, but what can you do? I was stripped of my casino apartment and all of my belongings and booted back into Freeside. From there, I didn't have a lot of career options, as my rep was destroyed. So the escort job sort of fell into my lap. No pun intended. Well, I suppose you could look at it that way, but I was packing a whole different kind of heat. No, escort just sounds better than man-whore. Yep. I was damn good at my job, too. But after a while, I just felt like a piece of meat and had to quit. When I quit the escort job, I had enough money to buy a pistol belt and some other gear. Bodyguards make a good, honest living, and I had the wits and physical build to handle most thugs. After saving a few tourists from trouble, I got a reputation for being a stand-up guy again. and after a decade, managed to save up enough to retire. Oh.
Submit to a credit check, or present your passport before... I'm sorry. If you are unable to meet the minimum...
Hello again.
The women of New Vegas ask me a lot if there's a Mrs. New Vegas. Well, of course there is. You're her. And you're still as perfect as the day we met. Here are our top stories. A package courier found shot in the head near Good Springs has reportedly regained consciousness and made a full recovery. Now that's a delivery service you can count on. In addition, citizens of Outer Vegas are flocking to the Strip in droves amid a wave of terror caused by a band of raiders known as the Fiends. Those who can afford passports are saying the added security is well worth the price of admission. The preceding segment was sponsored by the Silver Rush. Silver Rush. Feel the rush of a warm laser in your hand. Gonna play a song for you right now, and it's about that special someone you find only once in a blue moon.
Hello and welcome. Boone, what shit are you packing? I think it's Rick and Ralph.
We've got stuff we're not even allowed to sell, people. Only at Mick and Ralph's.
Mick and Ralph, there we go. They're able to get me a fake passport.
Come on! Had it out?
Get him, EDE.
If you're looking for guns, talk to Mick. Otherwise, I've got a nice selection of general supply. What do you want to know? Their joint is the only place in Freeside to get it all under one roof. They've got gambling, booze, chems, and whores. They're good folks.
They
Don't
weren't
cross
like any sort
They're known
of
for tidying up
scared
loose ends with a
to
bullet to the
say
brain
words
box.
that most people wouldn't say in a video game, were they? Jesus.
If you haven't heard of the King, you must have been living under a rock or something.
Or shot in
The
the
King
head.
has his boys all over Freeside. He controls the water pump and is essentially the go-to guy for what goes around here. They're the local energy weapon dealers in Freeside. When it comes to lasers and plasma, they're the only game in town. And they keep it that way. Gloria's men are the best armed in Freeside and ruthless to boot. But her brother, Jean-Baptiste Cutting, puts them all to shame. I only offer services if the king gives the okay. All right. Yeah, I've got a little side business going. What I'm about to share with you does not leave this room, huh? Over the years, I've gradually perfected my craft to the point of perfection. No one can distinguish between my work and the real thing. What I'm referring to is passports. If you've got the caps, I can whip up a strip passport which will fool even the most well-trained eye. Hey, if you're interested and have the caps, they go for 500. Any less, and it ain't worth the risk of it. What do you... Here you
Something's gotta give, something's gotta give, something's gotta give. Ooh, 308. Nice.
I insist. Somewhere, somehow, someone's gonna get kissed. So I'm guard.
Thanks for...
Who knows what the fates have in store? From their
Welcome to Mick and Ralph's. For...
I'll try hard.
Why? In that... Follow me. Like I always say, a polite society is an armed society.
The most American statement in a video game ever. Grenade machine gun.
Something's gotta give, something's gotta give, something's gotta give.
This is Radio New Vegas, and I'm your host, Mr. New Vegas. And in case you're wondering if you've come to the right place, you have. Whoops, better put on my newsman fedora here. A package courier found shot in the head near Good Springs has reportedly regained consciousness and made a full recovery. Now that's a delivery service you can count on. Moving on. Patrons of the Ultralux are questioning whether its pricey restaurant, the Gourmand, is overstating the fullness of its wait list. Those who claim to have dined at the restaurant find the food appealing, but say many tables remain empty. And that's...
If it can be bought, it can be found at Mick and Ralph's.
Vegas, we
Stop
know
by
the
Mick and Ralph's
pain
for all
that
your
numbers
shopping
can
needs,
bring.
sir.
Well, so does Guy Mitchell, who's got heartaches by the number.
That's life in Freeside.
Take both of those because then I can go here, and go here, and fully fix my machete.
Run from me.
Good job, Boone. That's why I have you on my team always. Team Boone! Between EDE sensor enhancement, which increases my perception, and Boone, who automatically snipes people, they're the ultimate combo. Plus, EDE gives you that auditory warning.
You like that?
Yeah! How you like that? Yes, Mel. Even when he starts bug fights I don't want to be in.
Submit to a credit check or present your passport before proceeding to the gate.
You still want to possibly play some Final Fantasy 14 today?
Thank you, sir. You may proceed.
Alright, ladies and gents, we made it. We are in...
Howdy, partner.
Ah, and there's Victor.
Come for a piece, haven't you? Welcome to New Vegas. The place to get started is Lucky 38. See that big old tower shaped like a
Okay, let me know
roulette
when
center?
you get on, and
That's where you
I'll
find
jump
Mr.
on with you
House.
and we can get in
New
Discord
Vegas'
and we
head
can chat for a
honcho.
little while and have some
And
fun.
he's itching to make your acquaintance. Yeah, partner. That's the spirit. He'll be waiting for you.
Programming is, quote, less for
He changed.
more for
I forget that. What the? He changed into a robot.
No lawyer.
I'm just no good.
Victor disappeared.
And now, I'd like to play one of my
Well, howdy, partner. Good to see you again. Boss is waiting for you upstairs, so get a move on. I see you brought some friends. Sorry, partner, but they're gonna have to stay outside. Come back soon now.
Let's see. And then I remember over here, up here, and boom. Take the boxing times. Look at all that whiskey.
Where to, partner? Penthouse floor.
Well, hello, Sugar. Mr. House is waiting for you in his office. I'm Jane, one of Mr. House's girls. We keep him entertained. We don't get many guests lately. Perhaps we can entertain you as well. Oh, there's lots of things to tell, I'm sure. There's the 3 families, the casinos, the other attractions. What would you like to know? They're just new money, Sugar. They might pretend they're sophisticated, but between you and me, they're not far off from tribals. Emeritus especially are just awful brutes. The chairman and the White Glove Society at least pretend to have some culture. Well, of course, there used to be a lot more of them. But these days, there are 3 open to the public. The Tops, the Ultra Lukes, and Gamora. And the Lucky 38, of course. But we're not open to the public. You're a special case, Sugar. Well, let's see. The NCR has an embassy here, but why you'd want to go talk to a bunch of boring old politicians, I surely don't know. Oh, and the Vault 21 Hotel and Gift Shop has an adorable collection of old Vault-Tec memorabilia. And I suppose if you like neon signs, you might check out Michelangelo's sign shop. Not many people know this, but Mr. House is one of the world's biggest collectors of antique snow globes. If you happen to find any out in the wasteland, you can bring them to me, and I'll add them to his collection. In fact, one of Mr. House's favorites went missing when we moved the collection. If you have a look around the Lucky 38. You do? Why, that's just wonderful. I'll take it and... Why, I'm a Robco PDQ 88B Mark I Securitron, you silly goose. We're the finest in personal civil robotic security on the market. This... Why, Sugar, He's the maximum utmost. If it weren't for Mr. House, we wouldn't have this fabulous wonderland of New Vegas, would we? Sugar, I may be a robot on the outside, but on the inside, my neuro-computational matrix is an exact copy of Mr. House's favorite girl. Mr. House has a lot of needs, Sugar. I take care of all of them, and a lady doesn't kiss and tell. Well, of course I am, silly. Mr. House is just the smartest, most wonderful man there ever was. Why, did you know he single-handedly reclaimed New Vegas from all those nasty tribes that used to live here? Well, he single-handedly sent in his Securitrons to do it, but that counts in my book. Any
Your move, Green.
This meeting has been a long time coming, hasn't it? You've come a long ways, literally and, I suspect, figuratively as well. I have to ask, now that you've reached your destination, what do you make of what you see? Oh, come now, don't play the fool. Vegas has fools enough, a superfluity of them. They're what makes it so profitable. They come to Vegas chasing penny-ante dreams of high living, to feel like they're big shots, like they're winners. You see that you and I are of a different stripe,
I can't
don't
remember
you?
who the voice actor
We
this
don't have to
is.
dream that we're important. We are.
Got a puppy, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, don't be coy. You've been playing a high-stakes game ever since Victor dug you out of the ground. Don't be afraid to admit it. The business is this. One of my employees has stolen an item of extraordinary value from me, and I want it recovered. Simple enough. My only concern is the recovery of the platinum chip. What happens to Benny, I leave to your discretion. When you bring the chip to me, I will pay you 4 times the delivery bonus stipulated in your contract. How's that? Well enough. Return to me when you have the platinum chip in your possession. Any final matters for us to discuss?
I've been just... I mean, he won't lay down. So I thought if I wear him out by throwing his ball, he would wear himself out and want to lay down. Yes, I've met him. He's my son.
Until then.
Yeah, and then he shat all over his knee surgery knee.
Congratulations, partner. The boss has instructed me to come you to the High Roller Suite. You can bring your friends too. Be like a little clubhouse for the gang you put together. Just bear in mind, you're the only one gets to see the boss. Any friends you got, they can wait in the suite. Enjoy the days, partner.
Let's see. We'll go to the cocktail lounge first because I want 2,000 extra caps. Where is it? Is it on the inside ring? I swear I thought it was on the inside ring. It's not on the outside ring. I know it's here somewhere.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. New Vegas
What?
here. You're all so great, and we're gonna keep
What's
you
whose
listening
move
all
called?
day.
Oh, out of the back attack?
Caesar's fortified
Captain
position
Kuro?
in Nelson, where it remains a constant concern for Camp Forlorn Hope and the nearby town of Novak. Moving on. Good Springs has fended off a mob of
To heck
escaped
with you, I ain't
convicts after
needy.
organizing an impromptu militia. This, according to an old man armed to the teeth with
Do you
dynamite.
hear, chat, the insults and the slander?
Everything's better.
I've never met a woman who slanders her husband more than this one.
Yes, baby, Crosby reminding us of those times when you absolutely have to kiss the person you
It's
love.
around here somewhere.
Something's got to give. Up next.
There it is. Took me way too long to remember what that goddamn thing was.
Well, hello, sugar. You do.
Thank you.
I'm just.
Go away. I don't
Why,
care.
Any...
Okay.
Where to, partner?
Send me to my presidential suite.
High roller suite.
High roller suite. Upgrade the suite. Boom. Ah, I got locked behind the door, god damn it.
So on guard, who knows what the fates have in store from their vast mysterious sky. I'll try hard, ignoring those lips I adore. But how long can anyone try? Fight it with all of our might. Chances are some heavenly star-spangled night we'll find out. Sure as we live, something's gotta give.
Something's gotta give. Something's gotta give. Alright, let's see. Hamilton, stop. Ow! Jerk face.
Welcome back to the program. This is Mr. New Vegas, and I hope I'm not coming on too strong. More news for you. Merchants are saying that there's been little contact between traders from Nipton in recent days, causing concerns that the isolated town may be in trouble. Also in the headlines, NCR Correctional Facility is now under prisoner control following a successful riot. Locals should avoid anyone who looks like they've done time. That's the news. This is Mr. New Vegas filling in for Mr. New Vegas. Ladies and gentlemen, this next song goes out from me to you.
Okay. Let's offload some stuff. Weapon trunk 1, we're gonna put all of our boxing times, put all our books and stuff.
gets over a whole lot of foolish words that's been spoken.
Where to, partner? Casino floor.
Casino floor. You ever had a casino with a casino in a casino before?
Hey, you there. I have a message for you. It's from Ambassador Crocker. Very important. Here you go.
Thank you, good sir.
I've got your back.
That's crazy. Send those chips my way.
Later,
Whoever
you are. Check that out. He just left the Lucky 38.
Damn slots are robbed. Damn. And he looks good to me, too.
We've heard about you from the officers at our embassy. It's hard to sleep in this place, I tell you.
Probably not a good idea to carry my knife around. You know. What you want, motherfuckers? I'm here to kill you. It's like Vegas for real. I've never been to Vegas. I hope one day to go. But COVID probably make that never happen again. No politics on my stream. Keep it out.
That red beret's
Keep it
looking
out.
good, soldier.
Yeah, I can, sweetie. Ladies and gents, I'll be back in just a few moments. drink their blood. Come on, Jeff, get 'em! Oh. Yeah, that doesn't sound good. I apologize for that. I didn't know that was the noise this thing was making.
Help you?
Okay, that's a jail cell.
Welcome to the NCR Embassy. Ambassador Crocker can be found at... I don't have time to give my life story to everyone that passes through. Is there something I can...
Move EDE.
I see you received my message. Good, good. I had something important to discuss with you. I'm sure you've noticed that things are a little tense around here with all the issues between the NCR, the Legion, and Mr. House. It doesn't take a genius to see that something big is going to happen soon. To be honest with you, the NCR is in a tight spot. But if we fail now, it's the people here that are going to suffer the most. I'm not willing to let that happen, and I don't think you're the kind of person that would either. To the northeast is a settlement. The locals here call them boomers. They are sitting on a munitions stockpile that would be invaluable to us. I would like you to get in contact with them, and then do whatever it takes to convince them to help us. Unfortunately, the boomers keep to themselves and are, let's say, hostile to all outsiders. That's why I need someone like you. Someone with your background and reputation would have a better chance of reaching them than anyone I have available. In exchange for your help, you would receive complete amnesty for any past crimes against the NCR, as well as additional benefits and perks. Do you think you would be able to do this for me? Much appreciated. Once you've talked to them, come back and let me know if they will help us. I can provide a quick history lesson, if that's what you're looking for. In 2274, President Kimball sent the NCR Army into the Mojavian Force with the objective of occupying and repairing Hoover Dam. Rangers and Army scouts had confirmed that the dam was basically unoccupied and could be restored to an operable condition. Upon arriving at the dam, however, they discovered that a large force of tribals and robots had occupied it. This was our introduction to the three families, the Securitrons and, of course, Mr. House. Using his Securitrons as intermediaries, Mr. House called for parley. He claimed his forces had occupied Hoover Dam in order to safeguard it for our arrival, and that he was ready to turn it over to us, so long as we could agree to terms. Those terms became the Treaty of New Vegas. The treaty recognized Mr. House's sovereignty over the Strip and granted us rights to establish military bases at the dam and McCarran Airport. The NCR is legally permitted to send 95% of the electricity produced by the dam to our home states. The remaining 5% goes to the Strip. The treaty actually makes it illegal for the NCR to prevent its citizens or troops on furlough from visiting the Strip. Once on the Strip, our citizens are subject to arrest or punishment by House of Securitrons, though that's a rare occurrence. Our troops enjoy a different status. It's illegal for the Securitrons to take action against them. Of course, it's also illegal for our troops to carry firearms on the Strip, so there isn't much trouble they can get into. Our military police does an adequate job of keeping the troops on furlough in line. I don't envy them that task. The embassy was established a few weeks after the treaty was signed. Basically, Mr. House handed us a dumpy little building he had no interest in renovating. I'm the third ambassador to hold this post, and the first, I think, to accept its limitations. My predecessors had ambitions of engineering the annexation of the Mojave. They thought they'd convince Mr. House to join up. I've never even spoken to the man, or whatever he is. Maybe the situation will change once we've beaten the Legion once and for all. Oh, very well then. What?
He sounds so disappointed. I've never found out if it's possible in all my playthroughs of this game to know, can you join the actual NCR and become a conscripted soldier? That's what I've always wanted.
Love me as though there were no tomorrow. Oh my darling, love me.
Let's see.
Don't ever let me go.
Do you see this child? Gents that are viewing, ladies and gents that are viewing, he's such a fucking baby. Yes, you're my baby Boston boy. Hamilton, it's on vacation. It's on vacation, okay? It's on vacation. Go lay down. Time for you. Get up here. Come here. Sit. Sit. Stay. Yeah, wireless headset. Lay down. Take a nap. Baby boys are tired. Sun's getting real low. They're big guy. Sun's getting real low in the sky.
You know, I tried to measure my charisma on a Vitomatic vigor tester once. The machine burst into flames.
Son of a bitch.
It's just about time to get you some news. Tensions are brewing in Freeside between the ruling gang known as the Kings and the large number of NCR squatters seeking refuge there. The leader of the Kings, who would only identify himself as the King, voiced his displeasure, calling NCR citizens, quote,
things that
the
go
devil
boom, the house always wins, ring a
He
ding
added he
ding.
didn't want to see
No,
the
I'm not ready to
NCR in the
confront
ghetto,
Benny.
and
Had to
called for a
retcon.
mass, quote, return to sender. Also in the headlines, the Helios 1 solar power plant remains dormant despite NCR's effort to reactivate the facility. The chief scientist at the plant vowed to fix the problem, blaming it on an atmosphere of, quote, severe underappreciation. Mojave?
Oh, shit!
Am I right? In New Vegas, we know the pain that numbers can bring us. Well, so does Guy Mitchell, who's got heartaches by the number.
Heartaches by the number.
Hey. Damn Brahmin crap everywhere.
God, poor Ringo. He looks like he's still limping.
Hey there. Here's the rest of the payment I promised you back in Good Springs. I'm getting ready to run a caravan up towards Utah. There's a town called New Canaan, which is supposed to be pretty prosperous. The Crimson Caravan doesn't have any branches out that way, so it'll be up to me to get things started. It's been in business for a very long time. It's probably the biggest trading outfit in California.
He just wants dad time.
There's a branch up in New Vegas,
it's just that he's a
but
baby
it
now,
hasn't been doing so
and
well.
He's
Word is
crazy,
that the big boss
and
herself,
what are you
Alice
getting into?
McLafferty, is coming in to fix things.
You 3-year-old. So now he's found his tire, and if I can get it and bring him up here. Come on. Come on. Come here, baby. Hey, come here. Hamilton, come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. That's how Linda, our puppers, is with Eddie's.
Alice McLafferty runs the Crimson Caravan. You can find her over in the main office. I'll see you around.
Well there, settler. I'm just about to be a pilgrim there, don't you know?
If you're looking to buy or sell, you've come to the right man. The Crimson Caravan Company has the widest selection in the wasteland. Maybe. Trade routes, my friend. Trade routes. Just about every major town in the wasteland has a Crimson Caravan branch in it. A little place in the NCR called Oak Creek. Used to be a farming town until it got taken over by ranchers. I didn't want to herd Brahmin for a living, so I signed on with the Crimson Caravan and headed east. Not much to tell, really. Out here, we usually split our caravans into smaller bands. That way, we don't lose everything if they get hit. It's not very efficient, though. But hopefully, we'll be able to start running larger caravans once things get civilized. Need? Can do.
McLafferty's been riding asses again. Better lay low. Damn Brahmin crap everywhere.
Welcome to the Crimson Caravan Company, New Vegas branch.
Like a bitch.
What may I do for you? Certainly. Normally, I oversee company operations at the hub in California. However, the New Vegas branch has been underperforming in recent years. Given the conditions here, it's not hard to see why. I'll change all that soon enough. Well, the gunrunners continue to dominate the weapons market, and the Mormon traders from New Canaan control the majority of the northern routes. The Crimson Caravan Company has been in business for over 130 years. We're partially responsible for the progress in the NCR. I'm afraid we have no current openings for caravanners or guards. Deliver this invoice to Dr. Hildern. You can find him somewhere inside Camp McCarran. It's been a pleasure.
Did you know the strip's all stirred up lately?
Let's see. Gunrunners, North Strip, Neutral Gate.
This is Radio New Vegas, and I'm your host, Mr. New Vegas. And in case you're wondering if you've come to the right place, you have. of the Ultralux are questioning whether its pricey restaurant, the Gourmand, is overstating the fullness of its wait list. Those who claim to have dined at the restaurant find the food appealing, but say many tables remain empty. One more story for you. Traders from California are being turned away from Mojave Outpost where the
What type of
NCR
pizza y'all
is
getting?
concerned about dangers
My
along
favorite
Nipton
is
Highway
either
and
I have
I-15.
3 favorites. I have Supreme is by far my ultimate favorite. I like a buffalo chicken and a it's a white sauce. It's like I don't know what you call it, but it's chicken Alfredo and spinach.
Nice gals along the way.
And those are my 3 favorite types of pizzas. But I can't eat pizza that often. I get burnt out on it real quick. It drives my wife nuts. She hates it.
We won't go quietly. The Legion can count on that.
Supreme is perfection. And I love to have ranch. I have to dip my pizza in ranch, no matter what type of pizza it is. Here he is.
A pleasure to meet you. I'm Dr. Thomas Hildern, Director of Operations, OSI East. I presume you're here about Vault 22? Wonderful. Straight to it then. Have you signed the release forms? No? Doesn't matter. We'll keep that to ourselves. Vault
Seems
22.
like a legit
Where to
military
begin?
operation. Ooh. What's a Napoleon or margarita style pizza? I've never heard of that before. The only margaritas I have come in a glass.
All right. Straight to the point. I believe that the inhabitants of Vault 22 unlocked the secrets of vegetative growth. Plants are spilling from their grip. No one tends them. No one waters them. Yet they multiply and spread in all directions. Find the reason for this miraculous growth, and I promise you the OSI will see that you are generously compensated.
Oh, you put pineapple on a pizza, Mel? My heart hurts for you, friend. Who puts pineapple is a sin on a pizza? Sin, I tell you.
Good. No need to check in with the NCR authorities. I can authorize your payment from OSI accounts. Vaults typically contain a server room on a lower level, where they would have backed up their research data. A computer room, you understand? Download all the information on the central server to your Pip-Boy, and you'll be certain to bring me any notes or samples that you find, won't you?
Plain style pizza is when it's brick oven, usually thinner crust, not crazy thin though, real mozzarella, and the crust underneath is right before charred. Oh. Oh. Oh, Mel, both of those sound divine. Oh, the crust underneath is just right before charred. Oh, that sounds amazing.
I thought it was a fairly straightforward assignment. It's a simple question of retrieving the data, which shouldn't prove overly challenging. Downloading the data will be handled by your Pip-Boy. Oh.
1 second, guys. I'll be right back. The wife beckons.
Pricey restaurant, the Gourmand, is overstating the fullness of its
It's a sin to tell a lie. Millions of hearts have been broken just because these words were spoken. I love, yes I do. I love. If you break my heart, I'll die. So be sure it's true when you say I love you. It's a sin to tell a lie. Be sure it's true when you say I love you, honey. Call. You got sense enough to know it's a sin to tell a lie. Whole lot of folks' heart is done been broken. Just over a whole lot of foolish words that's been spoken. I love you. Yes, I do. I love. If you break my heart, I'll die. So be sure it's true when you say I love you.
So for Chicago deep dish, Mel, I've had Chicago deep dish, and it is really good. It's very doughy. Like, I don't feel like they get the crust and the bottom part of the pizza cooked all the way through like a normal pizza is. So it's very I guess chewy is the best word that I can describe it as. But that was when I only had deep dish when I was in
Yes?
high school.
Something
or
else
not
you need?
high school, it was middle school, it was 9th grade.
From Alice. I'll see that she's... Crimson Caravan runs a tight operation. Even out... Was there anything else? Or were you just here about the invoice? Yes. Goodbye.
Did Dr. Hildern... This really isn't any of my business, but did he give you a job? I shouldn't say anything. I know that. But you're not the first person Hildern sent out to the vault. There were a lot of mercs, one after another. None of them came back. Then about a week ago, there was a scientist, Keeley. She's unusual. Not the sort of person you'd expect, but she's an absolute genius. And he didn't mention her? Not even her name? Or any of the other mercs? But now he's hired you, which means one of two things. Either he heard back from Keeley, and she failed, or he's given up on her. Listen, I make a fair wage, but I'm not rich, not by any means. Maybe my kind of money wouldn't appeal to your average merc, but I'm willing to pay you if you'll find Keeley and make sure she's safe. Isn't right leaving her out there. No idea if she's alive or dead. I had a good feeling about you. Moment you walked in. I mean it. Keeley's brilliant. An absolute genius. She plays at being mean, but it's all a front. When you've lived as long as she has, you get defensive around new people. Who wants to make a friend when you know you'll outlive them? I couldn't get her to say, but she talked about the war. The Great War, when the bombs fell, like she'd been there. So, I'm guessing pretty old. 200 years? Maybe more.
She's a ghoul.
Like a Brahmin and a Deathclaw, though I'm not sure which would be which. Bad analogy, maybe. They're both Deathclaws in their way. Keeley hates Hildern. She says he's more politician than scientist, and gets in the way of true discovery. And Hildern hates Keeley because... well, because every time they meet, she makes him look like an ass. In front of important people, usually. My father used to say good things about them, but that was years ago. Back when they teach farmers and ranchers about crop rotation and the like. Nowadays, they've changed. They're doing what they can to discredit the NCR, give us a bad name with the locals.
Vacation.
Dr. Hildren trained with them years ago. Not me, though. I'm an OSI girl. It's foul to tell the truth. Most people try to get what they can from the outside, even if it's just a smuggled candy bar now and then. Contreras is a genius. He can find almost anything you'd want. Takes caps to get him motivated, though. He won't do a thing for free.
If it's bad news, you can take it up with the Colonel. If it's good news, it better involve some dead fiends. Damn right I am. And I'm paying bounties. I've got 3 fiends I want dead, and I don't give a goddamn how it gets done. That sound like something that interests you? Good. That's damn good. I figure it's about time we got lucky out here, so maybe you can snuff one of these maniacs. First one calls herself Violet. God knows why. The name is the prettiest thing about her. Spends most of her time with a pack of vicious dogs. Then there's Driver Nafai. He's fast and he's brutal. Killed about a dozen of my men with a goddamn driver iron. Hence his name. And finally, Cook. Rapist, pyromaniac, and damn good chef if you believe the fiends we've captured. Probably the craziest of the lot. I'm not gonna feed you any bullshit. These aren't your common Vegas trash. They've all killed good NCR men, and plenty of mercs too. You go after them, any of them, you're in for a hell of a fight. So, which one is it gonna be? Just... Good question. Fiend One more thing. If you want the full reward, you need to bring me a recognizable head. My superiors need proof they're gone. That means no headshots, no decapitations till after they're dead, and no damage to the face. If you want to be safe, aim for the chest. You bring me a head that looks like a rotten tomato, people will be doubting, and I won't be authorized to pay the entire bounty. Good luck to you, and don't get careless. Right.
Morning.
Welcome back. Well, you've proven yourself reliable so far. Would you be interested in more important jobs? As much as I like to handle matters personally, there is a negotiation with a smaller trading outfit that I'd like resolved as quickly as possible. There's also the matter of Henry Jameson, an employee whose services I'd rather do without. His family connections make it difficult, however. And finally, I need someone to acquire the Gunrunner's manufacturing specifications. This job needs to be quiet. No alarms, no deaths. There's a small trading outfit, Cassidy Caravans, that I'm interested in acquiring. They've been rather competitive, so it's time to buy them out. I have it on good authority that the owner, Cass, wants out of the caravan business. Cass frequently trades with the NCR, so you'll likely find her at the Mojave Outpost. The Jamesons are very wealthy ranchers back in Redding, California, and significant investors in the Crimson Caravan Company. I was pressured into posting young Henry as the manager of the New Vegas branch. As you can see, he wasn't exactly cut out for the job. He was much more interested in gambling and prostitutes, and because of his family, I can't simply fire him. Henry needs to be convinced to quit, one way or another. I won't have a useless employee on the company payroll. The quality of the Gunrunners' armaments is due to their manufacturing process. They craft all weapons on site. I want to know the secrets of their manufacturing process, which means you'll need to find some way to get inside their heavily guarded factory. I would greatly prefer that you perform this job undetected and without killing anyone, if it can be helped. Thank you. Was there something else?
When an irresistible force such as you meets
It's been a pleasure.
Let's see what trouble we can get into.
Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter. You come around like a bad habit. What's on your mind? They want to buy Cassidy Caravans? Don't they know it's burned to ash? No. Even times being what they are. Not sure I'm looking to sell. Even for all the whiskey in Reno. Mojave happened. Hit by raiders packing some heavy firepower. Can't believe the Crimson Caravan haven't heard. So if you want to buy all of Cassidy Caravans, you're looking at it. And what I got in my pockets. Still, as little as that is, not looking to sell. If someone came up to you and offered you 1,000 caps for your name, would you take it? Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I don't want to hear your answer anyway. Point is, I made the caravan what it is. It's mine. Alice McLafferty, eh? No, I see the zeros, and I know she's good for them. Still, it's not about the money. Dad'd spin like a twister if he ever heard I sold our name for anything. Look, I know you came all this way, and that takes some drive, especially these days. Just doesn't feel right. Trading history for a slip of paper. That's a good point. It's the caravan clearance that's got me stuck here. I'm sure this bar's getting tired of propping me up. Give me that paper. I'll put my name to it. No sense trying to hold the past between your fingers when it's nothing but dirt. All right. There you go. Caravan's yours. Feel kind of relieved, actually. Guess I didn't realize how much I was carrying around with just the name. No idea. Maybe head back west? Though the idea of heading back there with my tail between my legs isn't appealing. You got one too many by my count.
Where you at, Boone?
Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
What is it?
If
I'll make my way there.
You come around like a bad habit. No idea. Maybe head back west? Go with you? So fighting boredom, walking the Mojave with you can't be any worse than... Glad I left the outpost behind.
Boom! Third follower.
Let's distribute the weight.
Evening. Welcome back. Very good. On occasion, it's proven to be more profitable in the long run to simply buy out the competition. And this is one of those occasions. It's been a pleasure.
Well, now that I'm free of the outpost, was wondering, I'd like to pay my respects to the end of Cassidy Caravans. Check out the site where they died. Upside of Vegas, hear tell? Trapped at the Mojave outpost, so I wasn't able to run there when I heard. Been weeks since it was hit, so the site's probably a Cazador nest by now. Got word back on what happened from Rangers. Guess they found enough in the wreckage to identify it. Only wishful thinking on my part, most likely. At the least, I'd like to pay my respects. I got them into this mess. I owe them that much. Thanks. I appreciate it. Some of the caravan might be ash, but we were expecting raiders and over-inquisitive NCR border guards. There might be something left. If I'm there...
Alright, friends. Well, I am going to jump games and stop the stream and join my friend Miss Mel, who's been in chat in Final Fantasy XIV. Everybody watching, I hope you have a great afternoon, and I will talk to you later. Wish you the best, and till next weekend.
Escape from my thoughts like a black hole. Can't escape from these thoughts and these assholes. Too many people feeling entitled. Too many people staying idle. Man, I work every day for the title, and I'ma get it, that thought is final. The way I think you could say is primal. Kill it, be killed, I'm your rival. I don't lose, no. I'ma be the one they choose, though. You can be the one they lose, though. Way too busy hitting snooze, bro. I'ma be the one to rise up in it. Never gonna fall, I fight till I get it. Always stand tall, got pride, I'm grinning. I don't really think I'll ever find my limit. And I know that they all wanna hate me, but they see me on the climb, so they wait, see. If I make it, then they just might say, B, you been doing so good, brother K-Lee. I don't wanna hear your words, all the fake shit. Nah, I want my day one, is you been patient. All the same people, never been complacent. We've been working hard, man, we on the same shit. I'm not just this sinner, I eat you for dinner. I'm not a beginner, I'll paint you a picture. I got a guitar and they play that shit every day. No, I was not that great, figured out how to play. Learned how to change to be, learned how to rap and sing. Passion is everything, loved it throughout my teens. 10,000 hours so I could be fucking king. Hand me the ground or just get out my fucking ring. They know just what they see on the outside. They don't know just what I'm like on the inside. If you knew what I